Welcome back, survivors. This is episode 8 of Rick's survival, Perilous Peak. If you missed the last episode, here's a quick recap. Rick found himself on a dangerous journey through the Black Pearl Castle, battling his nightmares and facing terrifying enemies. He fought hard to protect Olivia, only to witness her abduction by Teresa. As the episode ended, Rick stood determined to rescue her. But now, Rick's journey takes him to a new, perilous place, a high-altitude location known as Perilous Peak. The episode begins with Rick sitting alone on a bench, haunted by the memories of what transpired in Black Pearl Castle. The weight of his past is heavy, but he's not one to dwell for long. As he snaps back to reality, Rick rises, determined. He's come a long way, but the fight is far from over. Rick decides it's time to visit his friend's manor, a place of safety and perhaps, answers. As he enters the manor, his eyes land on her, sitting on a hanging bench, calm and composed. He walks over, sits beside her, and listens as she begins to speak. Perilous Peak, she tells him. A place of danger, mystery, and something deeper. It's here that Rick's next challenge awaits. But it's not just him. Sparrow, his loyal companion, joins him, along with his friend and an unfamiliar stranger, all set to face the unknown together. Perilous Peak, a place so high that the air is thin, the oxygen scarce. Every step feels harder. Each breath is a struggle. But they are prepared. Oxygen cylinders are strapped to their backs, and at regular intervals, large refill stations, the landscape, allowing them to replenish their supply. These cylinders are their lifeline. But there's something more. When triggered, they give a brief but vital boost, allowing the team to jump higher and overcome obstacle. The wind howls as they move through the snow-covered terrain. The path is treacherous, and the temperature is biting. Along the way, Rick and the team encounter their first set of obstacles, infected spiders and zombies blocking the path. The creatures lunge forward, hungry for flesh, but Rick, armed with his G3 automatic rifle collector edition, takes them down with precise shots. The danger is constant, but Rick's focus is unwavering. As the team presses on, a towering figure appears before them. A sequenced defender, a massive, human-like creature wielding a massive bat, clad in heavy armor. The team braces themselves, but Rick doesn't hesitate. With quick thinking and a steady hand, he brings the creature down with a few well-placed shots from his rifle. The battle is over in moments, but the path ahead remains fraught with peril. Reaching a broken bridge, the team faces their next challenge. The gap is too wide, the bridge too unstable to cross. But Rick, ever resourceful, uses the oxygen pack's release function. With a burst of power, he jumps over the gap, leading the way for the others to follow. On the other side, they gather at a checkpoint, a place of brief respite before continuing their journey. The village ahead is protected by the Heimdalls, powerful guardians who serve as the last line of defense. But Rick and his team are undeterred. Working together, they dismantle the Heimdalls one by one, each team member playing a crucial role. Rick stays at the rear, covering them with his G3 rifle, ensuring no one gets caught off guard. With the Heimdalls cleared, Rick approaches Brant, the village leader. As he walks toward him, the villagers gather behind Brant, grateful for the team's help. But there's no time for celebration. The journey continues. The next checkpoint looms ahead, the entrance to a canyon known as the Falling Snowball Canyon. The path is dangerous, with falling snowballs and treacherous drops. But more importantly, the team's oxygen levels are running low. They must make use of the replenishment stations along the way or risk suffocating. It's a race against time as they move through the canyon, each station providing a brief moment of relief before the next obstacle. After successfully crossing the canyon, the team reaches the entrance of the Grave of Revenant. A round, stone-built structure, ancient and foreboding. Inside, they face their next test, Skull, the giant wolf, a beast of legend. The massive creature leaps forward, but Rick, with his G3 rifle, doesn't hesitate. He takes aim and, with skill and precision, he brings the wolf down. The team moves forward, but the dangers are far from over. Moving through the Grave of Revenant, they must avoid the harsh blizzard that threatens to freeze them in their tracks. But the cold is the least of their worries. Ahead, they see it, the destroyer. A monstrous figure, ready to tear through anything in its path. On a narrow bridge, Rick faces the destroyer in a deadly showdown. With his rifle aimed and his heart steady, Rick takes the shot. In a few moments, the destroyer falls, defeated. With the destroyer vanquished, the team continues toward the Origin Temple, the final destination on their journey. Inside the temple, a giant tree looms, its roots reaching deep into the earth. But there's something else, a dead vigil, a massive figure with a giant hand and a fixed sword. As the team gathers at the temple's center, the mysterious man who escaped in Episode 5 reappears. He places a glowing tech device on the dead vigil and vanishes into the shadows. The vigil stirs. Its eyes glow with a dangerous light. The massive creature rises, its sword swinging with terrifying force. The battle for survival begins once more. But Rick, ever the fighter, doesn't back down. With a few well-placed shots from his G3 rifle shoot on him. Its eyes glow with a dangerous light. The massive creature rises, its sword swinging with terrifying force. The battle for survival begins once more. But Rick, ever the fighter, doesn't back down. With a few well-placed shots from his G3 rifle, Rick brings the vigil down. The fight is over. But the journey is far from finished. Thanks for watching Episode 8 of Rick's Survival. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more action-packed episodes. The next chapter of Rick's journey is coming soon, and you won't want to miss it.